don't marry a man for love. I made a post like that on my Facebook. Don't ever marry a man for love. Marry a man for a purpose. A purpose.
Okay.
Don't settle down with a man before you marry a man.
Before you
marry a man, I'm coming. Before you marry a man, ask the man, Oga, where are you going tomorrow? Don't split bills. Men should take care of bills.
They should not.
Don't split.
Women are like a support system to their husband. So
my wife pays some bills sometimes without telling me.
But
it's not split.
Bills.
Okay.
Support your husband, though.
That is it. We are the same place.
So
I don't understand. Wait. So one of the most important ways of knowing that you are alive is billing. That's why normally on the street you go, yes, a bill is there my head. Or even at work, for you to run a business, you need bills to run a business. In the marriage, you need bills to run a business. In the family, you need bills to run your business. And today, on our favorite vivid opinion, on this episode, we're talking about bills, but in a way. You know this billing matter? That is why, in fact, one of the richest man has Bill in his name, Bill Gates. And one of the biggest form of knowing that you're a rich man is when you are a billionaire. You see the bill, follow. So, now on this episode of Vivid Opinion, we'll be talking about, should a woman split bills with her man if she earns more than him? I know some people there, they don't think, no. Before I do anything, let me introduce my guests who are going to put their mouths on top of this matter. Ladies and gentlemen, these are very wonderful people, experienced people, matured people that have chest bills in their life. Since we are talking about bills today, these are billionaires. Billionaires normally. I'm sure one of them before they go down tell and say, have they called you billion before in school? Billion. You understand?
Oga.
And show me say normally say for school, what's it don't tell either maybe now you the bill or now you the bill. Maybe they bill you on top. So ladies and gentlemen, these are very beautiful, wonderful people in the house. They're going to introduce themselves and introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay.
Pick up.
Ladies first.
Yeah, normal.
Right.
So we have a gentleman in the house.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Stephanie Agbor. I'm a beautician and a content creator. And it's so good to be here today.
Wow. Welcome, Stephanie. All right. Down to the man. The Red Cap Chief.
I'm Victor Uzihben. I'm a spiritualist and a serial entrepreneur.
Wow. Is it right to say you're a native doctor?
Anyone.
Because this bill matter and a bill they make me feel like I'm going to look for this native doctor. You go tell me how to do ritual. I'll make money ritual. All right. Okay, so down to the topic. Not saying our women they deal fast normally, naturally. But on earth, in fact, in life, every hustle they do in this life now because of woman. Either our mother, our sisters, our wives, our daughters. So it's always focused on the female folks, and that's why it's acceptable. In fact, in the society, if you as a man who brings self, they're going to look you say you're not man enough. You heard out those words. So on this, we want to discuss about based on the topic. If a woman is earning more, you think she should split bills with her husband? Let's say she earns 10 million in a month, and then the man is earning, let's say, £1 million in a month. Do you think she should split the bills, like the house rent, the children's school fees, and all that? So let's still do ladies first.
Okay.
But then let's have a gentleman too.
You see, marriage
Okay.
basically has to come with an agreement
All right.
between the husband and the wife. You understand?
Yeah.
Before you get married, there should be like a communication on how the whole finances in the house is going to be run. All right?
Okay.
So in as much as the woman is earning more, marriage is a partnership thing. We women, we are more like a support to our family. And then, in as much as she's earning more, I totally agree that she should still split bills with the husband, because it doesn't mean she has to take up the whole responsibilities based on the fact that she's earning more money. Okay? So it doesn't mean she has to take up the whole responsibility of the house because she has more money. So
She just split bills with the man.
Yes.
Okay. Uzihben.
Okay. Now, she made mention of marriage is a partnership thing. Marriage is not a partnership thing. one of the major reasons why most marriages fail is that most men go into marriage with the notion of, let me use the word greed. You know, one of the things that translates to wealth creation and making money so you can take care of your home. Or let me say, one of the major reasons why men should actually go into marriage is that they've made it to an extent that they can take care of themselves, their wives, and the possible offspring that's going to come out of the marriage. Mm-hmm. So you see men going into marriage because this girl is rich, I can get something from the girl, the family is rich, I can get something from the family.
Okay.
And the moment you have such mindset, the required blessing, spiritual gift, that comes from being a married man is devoid already.
All right.
So you find out that a man remains under a woman, which naturally, let me tell you, any man that is under a woman, no matter how you won't do him, the woman will cheat on that man.
Wow. So
as a man, before you marry, cut your coat according to your size.
So if the woman is any more, you don't go allow him spend.
Let's take our sound engineer for example.
Yeah.
She has something she's doing. She's making money. Then one boy from the street say won't marry him. It not work now.
I totally disagree with that.
Okay.
Yes. Do you know there's something called love?
All right.
And then have you ever heard of the phrase, the sentence, is it a sentence or a phrase? I can't even remember. Have you ever heard of the phrase called love is blind?
Yeah.
Love is beyond
what
you're seeing physically.
Okay.
Love is way beyond that. So, yes, I don't know if I should start using my marriage as an instance.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. Why?
When I married my husband, what we have now, as I'm talking to you, what we have now, we didn't even have an inch. I'm sorry to say, baby, if you can watch this, I'm just being honest, all right? When we started the whole marriage process and everything, we started with one room.
Oh.
Yes.
That's
with one room. And it's not as if I had so much money
and
he didn't have either. We started life from the very beginning. So reality happens, life happens, anything can change at any time. Even he made mention of made mention of the fact that men might marry a woman because of what they will gain from her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what if life happens and then along the line, all those money, all those wealth and affluence the lady has that made him marry her in the first place? What if everything goes down? Are you not saying the marriage is scattered?
Okay, let me come in. As a young man,
before
you get married, know this: there is blessing in marriage. As a man, he said, he who finds, according to your Bible, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Marriage is blood money. Listen to me, young man. Marriage is blood money. When you marry an amazing woman, when you marry a woman that fits to your dream. When I met the woman I am with today, I was working for Oduma. I don't want to call it my salary. But when I met my wife said, where you are, you can be more. My YouTube channel was not monetized. He said, you can. You have done it for this man. You helped this man to monetize his YouTube channel. I was the one that helped Oduma to monetize his YouTube channel. You know Oduma, the comedian?
Yeah.
I helped him to monetize his YouTube channel. I did. Did everything to describe. Say, you can be more. And my wife actually sent me, then my girlfriend sent me 100,000 naira so I can add to boost my whatever. I ate the money.
No.
That's meant for you. I'm in Lagos, she's in Warrior. I ate the money. But you know what? When the money left, she felt bad.
Okay.
I said, guy, you are a man. I was already living a broken marriage. I was depressed. All of this contributed to my downfall.
Wow.
Look at what happened. I picked up the scratch. I came up, I started making some videos, posting online, promoting African art and culture.
All right.
And my YouTube started paying me 3 months into the relationship, $1,000, $2,000, $700. Money started coming in. Then my wife's salary was, you have to times it times 4 to meet up my wife's salary. My wife works in an oil and gas company, so you can't compare it. But you know, right now, my wife's salary and all she gets is not even up to 20% of the money I make I literally make over $1 million every week.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow.
But when you see myself and my wife at the time we are marrying, if you are my wife's family, you will say this guy is a gold digger.
Oh.
But when I met my wife, I had a perception of who she is.
Okay.
This is what I want. I want to be with this person. I loved her. I took care of her. And the blessing that comes from taking care of a woman, there is blessing when you respect women and take care of them. Women are naturally born to take. Women are naturally born to take.
I agree.
So
with that.
so if naturally, because the way you saying it that you
what you saying, if I may come from your, I know your husband may not be happy, but I can tell you that when you met your husband, you are doing a little bit better than him.
That is totally
good. You are doing a little bit better.
No.
That is wrong.
Totally wrong.
Okay, so he was doing better.
He was doing better,
but was not up to a particular standard that a girl that is in the street would not want to be with him, but you decided to be with him.
Because I love him.
Good.
Because I saw a future in him.
And he took care of you. He loved you. He cared for you.
Exactly.
And like that was what I said.
And
there is blessing that comes with taking care of a woman. Respecting
you agree
a
with
woman
him on that
one.
one. Now, but I'm trying to throw a question to you, like Uzihben, before I throw a question to her. So let's be practical now. Let's say, because you get this joke where they always talk. Like, let's say your wife now the president.
Okay.
The president of Nigeria. Let's say you now the first gentleman. That means your wife they go security meeting, you they go like maybe women meeting, that kind of thing. So if they go burial, condolence and all that, that's just a joke. But let's say she being the president, she's technically she's above you. Economically, she makes decisions that can change, make or destroy.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So technically, she's in charge of the money.
Yes.
Country. So she being the president, would you say that you would not even tweak or allow her, take care of things as being the president? Let's say you just have a business that is earning maybe millions. The same way you
may not be up to her.
May not be up. It will never be up to her.
Good.
Do you understand? But it will never. I have to point that clearly. Never. So. Will you say you not allow her do her projects, that would support?
Okay,
based on.
Okay, let me come from the perspective of the African tradition.
Okay.
And ideology.
All right.
In African tradition and ideology, we believe that men are more than women. But it does not stop the fact that even as an African man, you might meet a chief in your community. Obviously, the woman is going to be richer than you.
Okay.
So when I met my wife was in a sector that it's difficult to beat. Do you know what I did? I went online. I started studying about oil and gas.
Okay.
Terminology, technology. And do you know that my wife's company pay me salary as a staff today?
Wow. Really?
I was employed by my wife's boss and said, let's employ your husband. He knows what he's doing. Because I discovered that my wife is going far. I support her career. I have to be in tune with what she's doing. So when she starts traveling to Italy for meeting, when she starts traveling to go, let's say, Shell headquarters, maybe when our company start growing, do you not actually go to the waters to pray and do rituals and sacrifices for my wife's company for them to grow? Because I know my wife's love her career.
Okay.
So if my wife become the president of Nigeria, they're not bomb me well. I don't enter politics already.
Wow.
I will make sure that when my wife go for any security meeting or any meeting whatsoever with chiefs, I am there with her.
Oh.
So when my wife start making even her plan on how the country should go, I'm adding value.
Whoa.
My wife will not have any choice to give me an executive office or a special assistant or a senate. And because I'm not going to do this behind the door.
Isn't that nepotism?
It's not nepotism. Really? Now, because I'm not doing it behind the door, I'm going to do it for people to see. People are going to see what I'm going to do in my community through the help of the president. I'm going to leave my community to go to another community to help. Okay, Ome, please, we need to help this community. The road is bad. She's my wife. Ome, if you don't do this, I'm not talking to you. She loves me. She's going to do the road. People will not. Uzihben, I will become the president of Nigeria indirectly if my wife is the president. Wow. Okay. As a man, it is when you support your wife relents on you. So if I know that sometimes my Oga will give my wife is the manager of the company. Some work, my wife say, oh man, how do we do about it? I don't go internet. Do this, call this person, get this partner. We cannot use this rope, we need this marine rope, we can't use this, we can't use this, we can't use that. My wife will not be the front to give the instruction.
Okay, why you be the head?
I'm just behind moving. So it was easier for my wife's boss to say, let's put your wife. And you know that When they placed me on salary,
Okay.
I was receiving more than people that have been working for the company for more than 4 years.
All right. Okay, let me put a question to.
So it's
Stephanie.
paramount as a husband.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it when a man say you marry a girlfriend, you say make it stop your work. That's devilish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Because when you look at the Bible, was it Jacob? Jacob married Rachel for one thing because Rachel was a shepherdess. And Jacob was a shepherd. I needed a wife that fits this. And he married Rachel. He had to support Rachel in what you're doing. The Bible said he became rich.
All right.
You know why the man became rich? Because the husband and the daughter were intertwined. They understood what it means. And he knew that this man loves the wife. And he knew the power behind loving your wife and caring for your wife. Instead of that, he gave Jacob what? Leah, to delay Jacob for another what? 7 years.
Okay.
Before he now gave Rachel to Jacob. You understand that?
Okay.
And please, women, please, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Don't marry a man for love. I made a post like that on my Facebook. Don't ever marry a man for love. Marry a
wow.
man
Oh,
for a
wow.
purpose. A purpose.
Okay.
Don't settle
Let me-
down with
let
a
me
man
come to
before you
that.
marry a man.
Question-
Let me come coming.
question
Before you
ask
marry a
now,
man,
not
I'm
you
coming.
can come out now.
Before you marry a man, ask the man, Oga, where are you going tomorrow?
Absolutely. That's why I said I want to say something. You know, I said
Love will fail.
hold on.
Love will fail.
See,
Purpose
in
will
as
never
much as I
fail.
said earlier, that I married my husband because I love him. Not because I just see love, can't follow love. Oh. I saw potentials.
Okay.
I saw a focused man. I saw a responsible man. I said initially that where we are right now is not where we started from. I'm almost 8 years in marriage now, and I can tell you that we've done what we've achieved in 8 years.
This one need anniversary. What do you call it? Fireworks.
I'm still
So
young.
see, yes, first of all, I didn't marry my husband because he had money. You know, so I tell you,
Yeah.
it's not
Yes.
like he had.
Yes.
We started from one room. Today I'm a landlady of myself. I can't even.
I came to the house.
Okay, you see, ba. So yes, I love my husband. That was a very paramount first thing that even made me like something must attract you to someone before you can even look at any other thing.
So what attracted you?
His sense of responsibility,
Number one.
his focus,
Number two.
his God-fearing, his intelligence. See, anybody that is focused can achieve anything in life. You know, you said earlier that okay, your wife was doing better than you before you got married, and then right now you are earning more because you are focused. Man, fee marry woman where get money pass.
So that we are saying the same thing.
Wait, now I'm trying to like bring it down.
Okay.
Man, fee marry woman where get money pass and go still useless.
Yes.
Chop the woman money because
Same,
they
yes.
use your head.
Yes,
You're
you are
not
right
focused.
there.
You don't have a focus. It's because you have a focus. That's why you are achieving everything you've achieved
Okay.
today. So that's
So he stopped. Now I wanted to throw a question.
It seems that this
I
podcast,
wanted to throw a question
this
to-
podcast title don't change. Oh.
I know, right?
Back to the bill.
Now make I want bring the question back to her. You know, you talk about this bills thing is very important. If you look now, we see we are going to digressing towards too many topics. And all
Exactly.
that,
The
'cause
topic
it's
is
very
broad. Yes. When I saw the topic,
So
I knew it was going to.
So
be
let me bring you people in. So if I ask you the you give it based on how the question comes, right?
Okay.
So based on you said that you're going to chest the bills with your husband, like you're going to split that bills with him. Is it dependent on the husband's attitude?
Yes.
Let's say he's your husband still, whether he's good or bad, he's still your husband.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
Just like they will say, if you're any picking way they stubborn and still your picking, whether good or bad, you're still going to you're still your child. So the person is still your husband. You're in a marriage. Probably the man doesn't spend right. Probably he has one flaw because everybody is not perfect. Let's say, based on attitude now, would you say you still split those bills?
Well,
You earn more than him, oh.
Yes, I earn more than
So
him.
let's put it in our head
Yes,
that
I
you
earn-
earn 10 million, he earns 1 million.
Yes, I earn. For instance,
Okay.
I earn more than him.
Okay.
But splitting the bills with him depends on his attitude and his personality. I've seen a situation where the woman decides to like take up some responsibilities in the house and pay like cover finances for some responsibilities in the house, and then the man will just relax like, okay, she got money now, make me I just relax, make sure they do everything. So it depends on the personality, it depends on the attitude of the man. It's just like doing something for someone. I said that earlier today. It's just like doing something for someone and then the person refuses to say thank you. From like my own kind of person, if I do something for you, I expect a thank you because it gives me more. It gives me more reasons to do more.
Yeah.
But if I do something for you and you don't appreciate it, forget it. Next time, no, they do them again.
Do
So
for
it's
me, I dey tell
equivalent
thank
to
you.
your
Well.
question. It's equivalent. I love being appreciated.
In fact, if I even do for you, I want your mother to even call me.
Thank you.
Forget
Now
that.
maybe that.
Forget that thing that Bible says.
Mona,
Let
let's
your
shift my
left
topic.
hand.
Now
Let
maybe
your
that.
left hand not see.
Bill,
Let
back
the
to
left
Bill.
hand
Back
see.
to
maybe
Bill. Leave
that's-
thank you. Let's talk about
And
Bill.
so
You know what?
yes. So your answer is it depends.
All
on
right.
the
Okay.
attitude.
Are you saying now, based on what you're saying, are you saying that based on attitude? Because
Yes.
naturally, I would imagine that a man is expected to chase the bills, right? And most times, women, you people can be mischievous, and somehow una will get on our own forehead. And most times, the man has to do what he has to do as a man. Take the bills. Now, when I mention bills, it's not to chase bill of Maggie or bill of
No,
this.
nah.
We're talking about school fees,
I know.
house rent.
Yes.
Those win ones. Do you understand? Now, men do it even regardless of how the woman is behaving. Do you understand? Are you saying that yours is based on the attitude of the man? Because naturally, I've seen a lot that a man does not chase B because of now, because saying our responsibility. And because if you do one.
See, there's something called understanding. You know, I mentioned earlier that before anything like that should happen, there should be an agreement between the husband and the wife. So, in as much as I said I was going to chest the bills or I'm going to split the bills, we have to have an agreement. So, if we are paying house rent, paying the children's school fees, you know how food stuff don't cost now. Food is expensive right now.
Yeah.
So, if we're going to do all of those things, pay DSTV and all, I beg, Mo, sit down, let's talk. How? Because in as much as I'm earning more than you, I don't want to foot everything. At the end of the day, I don't have is it self-independence?
Preservation.
Exactly. You know, man, no can they say I can't spend the whole money based
Yeah.
on say I'm trying to be a good wife. So we'll have an agreement.
Okay.
If you they pay house rent, anything that has to do with maintaining that house, if Bob spoil, you go. It's now your field.
Now
with
your
that.
field with that. So
If
they
I'm
don't
also
share.
doing the food, anything feeding for that house, I'll cover it. So there should be an agreement.
Agreement of
Yes.
both.
Can I come in?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm a traditionalist, so I have to come from a place of belief. Who paid your bride price? It's your man. Good. Now, let me use my home for example. It's not up to 2 years. By nature, most women are not going to like this. As I said, the time of the patriarchs are gone. Now, women are not involved in who to marry or who not to marry.
Yeah.
And you have 3 weeks to determine if this man is your ideal man.
Okay.
And when you meet your ideal man, no woman want to hide the money from the husband.
Okay.
In my home, there is no Uzihben money. Neither is there Naomi's money.
Okay.
There is only the Uzihben's money.
Okay.
I am part of the Uzihben's family. My wife is part of the Uzihben's family.
All right.
I bought my wife a Honda Accord, the one I drove in
Yeah.
now. I gave it to my wife. And when I was to buy my own personal car, I bought an MDX SUV.
Yeah.
My wife said, hope you know this car is my car. I said, yes, ma. Do I have a choice?
We all need to get
I
that.
don't have a choice. Do you know what my wife did? We already know that there's no money belong to anyone.
Yeah.
I was to buy ACs in most of the rooms. And she looked at me, she said, thank you. You're an amazing man. You know what? When salary comes, I'm going to take care of this AC. Guess what? She actually took care of the AC, but the AC they bought was not good. They returned it. They bought it. I ended up buying a brand new one, like 2, and they returned the money back to our account and say, if you say, it's your luck now. She did not take off the AC, I took care of it. Now, let me tell you something. As a woman, because we have a lot of bad men already, so I'm trying to protect you people at the same time to protect the culture. As a woman, everything you own when you get married is supposed to be under the care of a man. But sometimes some men, they don't get sense.
Okay.
You know,
Because their mothers does spoil them. That's why I tell, when you give birth to a son, let the man take care of the son, you take care of the girls. Their mother have spoiled them. My mother did not spoil me. My mother raised me. One day I have an issue with my mother, my wife. My mother heard about it. Anytime I talk about it, I remember that I always feel like crying. My mother started crying. Why was my mother crying? My mother said, have I spoiled my son to worship women? That now, my first marriage broke, my mother saw.
Okay.
how my first marriage came down because wife take everything. Wife people take everything. A man is not supposed to drive the finest car. A woman is supposed to drive the finest car. A woman is supposed to control the money. This is my boy. He saw me when my first marriage broke. He saw into the second marriage. My mother was saying, have I trained my son bad to worship women and forget about themselves? I will naturally wear blue jeans and only white club. But I bought a red soul for my wife, 2 red soul for my ex-wife, 2 red soul. 2 red soul. When politicians are not there. You understand? But family and extended people is what actually break marriages. So let me tell you, as a woman, if you really want your husband to go far, especially the one that has sense, not every husband has sense.
So that's why he's going far.
And the reason why your husband is going far is because do you actually own money in the house? Even when you make the money, you hand it over to your husband. And so that's why I say, keep it. You still keep giving your pot on top the one. And even within your heart, you will still be spending.
Wait, all of now you will
still be spending your money for your husband. Even say keep it. And sometimes, does your husband not, anytime your husband give you money, and find out from me that you also use the money for the house, does he get angry?
No.
Doesn't get angry. Me, I get angry. I gave my husband, one day my wife was talking to, sometimes I only call my husband, my husband.
Yeah.
I gave my wife 100,000, no, not vessel, to buy hair. He was talking to a friend. The friend was pricing the hair 90-something thousand. I say 100,000. I just said 100,000 naira. 3 days I sent another 100,000 naira. And he said, I bought this. I said, with which money? Is the money? I was angry. I sent you the money to spend. Madam, do you want access to my Fidelity Bank? Let me keep the card. Then you keep the mobile app. That was 3 days ago. And I asked my wife, how much do you have in your savings account? He said, it's for the... I said, no. But I know at the end of the day, whatever money that is there is still for the home. It's still 100% for the home. Okay. Because we had an agreement that whatever that comes to the family is for the family, not individually. So you find out that at the end of the day, even my family, if anything happened to me today, they can't come and say, where is our brother's property?
So, Mr. Victor, I want to ask you something. Should I say spiritualist, Victor? What do you title with the day in front of name of native daughter? Sorry.
No. My title is the reminder.
Reminder?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm trying, let's not digress of the certain topic of bills. So I want to ask you this question. So, you said you were saying something about spiritual, something about if a man allows a woman to spend spiritually, he comes down below.
Yes.
Why he's not supposed to be like that spiritually, right? So let's say it comes to the point where, for instance, God forbid, I'll use her for instance, just as I used her, can't get
at all.
Life can't happen. Can't get at all. Now she get, naturally, because the way you say it, that's why I want us to focus on the fact that a lot of men have different personalities. Do you understand? Different personalities. For instance, you might have your own good nature. Most people have their own, but that's how it is for them, right?
Yes,
so you naturally will see men that no matter what thing, they don't want their wife to do. There are men that no matter what, you don't do.
That pride is
in fact, it gets to the point where, in fact, I didn't mention that one of the situation. I didn't mention that this is one of the causes of divorce, right? When it comes to the billing aspect, the abuse. Who does this and who does that in the family with the money part. That's finance is actually one of the top 4 reasons why they are divorced. Yeah. So some men naturally will not want you to, you understand? And then some women are naturally wicked. That is why I'm always of the opinion that we don't use ourselves to judge the other people. So women are actually wicked. So the question, quick one. If life happens, you don't get the money again, and at the woman they do. Now, we want to respect tradition, we want to respect spirituality. Now, this one, we say, you see, the woman, school fees day, house rent day, school fees day, that means many children, house rent day, this or that. Would you allow her, would you, let her split those bills with you?
Okay, now.
In fact, you don't even get.
I don't get at all. Now, being a traditionalist, I was able to explore that tradition. Or that religion. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, as a man, when you are poor, you don't have money, don't beg. Okay. Go to the farm, fetch firewood, sell, and pay your zakat out of it.
All right.
If we are to follow the ancient way of living as a man is not supposed to be poor.
Okay.
Poor in the sense that there are levels of poverty and wealth.
Yeah.
But at your state, you should be able to provide for your family. Even the Bible said, a man that cannot provide for the family is worse than what? An infidel. So no matter level you are as a man, even if your wife is richer than you, borrow. There are times even in this marriage, I say, oh man, you borrow me money, do this thing. And the moment the money just land, sometimes 3 days, you don't enter. And as a man, let me give you guys a secret. This might not be out of point.
Okay.
When things are bad for you and you think things are good for your woman, in the middle of the night, call your wife out. Carry a drink or water. Pour on her leg, on her head, and said, whatever thing you are doing, you will succeed. God will bless you. In your business, pray for your woman.
Okay.
After you have finished praying for your woman may not feel emotional, but when she go back to bed, there is this thing that will come into her. She will end up praying for you. It is the prayer she will end up praying for you. God, please, I don't want to provide. Let my husband provide. That is the one that God will answer.
Okay, they answer this question with traditional pride?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Now,
You got
Not everybody believes the way you believe. You know?
To me,
Yeah,
as
so
me, if
let's
it's
say-
me, if
let's
my
say
wife is
yes or
doing
no.
better than me,
Than you.
You understand that? I will try and be a good husband to my wife.
Okay.
To support her with the little I can and say, please, I don't have money. You understand that? You have the money. Please help in the process.
Okay.
It boils down to you as an individual. If you are a bad man, the woman will not want to. The woman will say, you know what? I don't even have money. It's not even to split the bill. Women are so wired in a way that they will allow their children to. They will drive their children from school and they will sit in the house and they have millions in the bank account.
That is not me.
That's not you. But women can do that. If you are a bad man, if you are a very bad man, you are wicked. Because sometimes the time a woman becomes wicked is when there was a time you had money. You were not providing. You were carrying gas, going to party, misbehaving. Now money finish. Make her pay school fees. Your children go. You no longer have children. No? Your children. Until when it becomes her children, when the marriage finally break, he has me to tell us and say, it's my children.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the marriage is now your children. Know this. When the marriage is intact, it's your children. You will suffer for them. But the marriage is broken. She will take her children. They are my children.
Okay. So
as a man, when you don't have money, God get character.
okay, if you don't get
Sweep
money,
house.
It
Sweep
all
house.
boils down to what I said.
Sweep
earlier.
house.
I mean, the man don't tell me sis
Sweep.
now. He don't tell me sis.
Yes, now you know what you know. You not be they look for hierarchy. Your wife studied engineering. It's obvious that she has a prospect. The father have trained her well. You
Yeah.
have a prospect. Your papa not train you well. You did work about it. You won't come my best when you want it. If you teach too much, go and study. Go and make money.
Okay. Okay. This is
I
not.
came to Lagos. People say there is no work in Lagos. When I stepped into Lagos, I was rejecting 14 jobs in a month.
Wow.
There is work and opportunities in Lagos. I just lazy. You don't go school. You don't know anything. You don't know anything now. When you have a talent, when you have
they work for you. Okay.
Wow.
People are going. It's not like they're not doing enough.
Okay, wait. I want to put this in question. How true is this? How true is this statement now? It's still part of our topic, but in a way, might digress more. Because based on I'm saying that you guys are mentioning attitude. Everybody thought say
don't split
bills.
If
this person know
men should take care of bills.
They should not.
Don't split
Women
bills.
are like a support system to
Good.
their husband. So
My wife pays
We
some
can
bills
split
sometimes
bills. We can
without
split
telling
bills.
me.
But
But
okay.
it's not
we can
split.
split bills.
Okay.
Support your husband, though.
That is it. We are the same
So
place.
it's
I don't
the same
understand.
thing we are
Wait. If this one talks something now, this one go support her. This one can't talk something. This one go support her. We are on a day actually.
See,
But
this
yeah.
topic is very broad.
I know it's broad, but
It's
there's
very broad,
let
and
me
it's
let me
two
give you let me
ways.
give you guys an instance, right? So Moku, I guess more. We don't to talk all this spiritual matter and all this. So let's bring it down closer to ourselves. Let's talk about Lucky way they here now. You understand? Because I feel like if you're able to relate it from the Lekki kind of marriage, Abuja kind of marriage, and the rest, we can understand this billing matter. Because I've heard a lot of girls or ladies that I know that have said confidently that they are not going to split bills with their husband, even if. So it's not about the method of character of the man. It's their own say that their own. This is what I cannot do. I can't split bill. In fact, I can't even marry who ends less than me, which most times they forget to say life they happen. So that's to say, if this set of people get into marriages, they are definitely going to be the downfall of that marriage. It is in the aspect of billing, in fact. So I'm asking this question now. Let me do ladies first, then Uzihben, and then let's wrap up. So if in the terms of this kind of marriage where the lady has already said to herself, in fact you see them now on podcasts and they say it live, that they are not going to marry a man that can't chase their bills. And even if they marry a man that can't chase their bills, they're not going to split money with the man, that the man's money is what they're going to use to solve, whether they earn more than the man or not. So what are you going to say about that, those set of women?
Well, I believe before a decision is being made about something, there should be a reason.
All right.
So they might have seen experiences, or they might have seen something that will make them say, okay, they're not going to split bills with their man, even though they earn more than the husband. But then, coming from my own opinion and my own perspective, I still believe that no matter what, once you're married to somebody, the Bible says two becoming what? One, right? So there should be no differences. For you to have agreed to marry someone in the first place, what was that thing they say during wedding again? For better,
for worse. Some people don't even agree the worst.
Exactly. Some people don't agree again. But me, I'm still standing on the ground that I totally disagree with people that feel, okay, the responsibility is completely for the man. Like leaving the whole responsibility on the man. I don't believe. I don't agree with that.
All right. Okay. That's a good point. Uzihben.
Coming from the Lekki perspective,
Yeah.
I've seen where guys, they want to you understand now? When we go to marriage, in Lekki here, contemporary, the man and woman, this split bill, is very, very common. It's very, very common. But the question here is this. There are two things you have to put into consideration. The foundation of the marriage and the purpose of the marriage. And I say there's always a purpose. When there is a purpose in marriage, oftentimes, I recommend the man to take care of everything if the man is doing well. But the situation where the man is not doing well, it now boils down to a man. You know they do well. You will see they collect money. There are some, I've come across men who actually lie to their wives that something came up and want to do a business and collect 100,000, 200,000, 1 million from their wife just to sleep with another girl outside the house.
Those are irresponsible men.
That was normal. I don't need to do. I want to do
now,
what?
Don't use the word irresponsible. There are some men mentally they cannot comprehend their downfall.
Yeah.
And they feel that they're already used to you.
Okay.
They want another woman outside. They want to just, while away time. Because they are not able to comprehend their downfall.
Okay.
And that is why I tell a lot of women, before you get involved with a man, use the word that is not about love. My dear, women, the time has passed. Don't marry a man based on love. Marry a man based on purpose. In fact, don't even marry a man that knows only one thing. They said a jack of all trade is what?
Master of none. So.
Which is bad, Abi.
Yeah,
but that's not the end.
That.
It's a longer... The quote does not end there. The quote is actually a jack of all trade, master of none, better than master of one. So if you marry a man that is master of one, you will be poor. Marry a man that is diversified. If oil and gas fail, I can enter entertainment. If entertainment fail, I can enter wood. If you cannot marry a man that cannot run a restaurant and wash plates to make money, you are in trouble because you are not aware of the future.
Absolutely.
I can do anything. I did comedy, do. I did other thing, do. I was the personal assistant, whatever. Now, do you know that now the money I make from my internet and ICT business is much. People that send me money for the money rituals I do for them, or rituals or sacrifice I do for them, how much? 200,000. Only one case, one of the celebrities sent me 500,000. I make more money from other things because I add spirituality to my stuff. And please, women, don't marry a man that is not spiritual. A spiritual man is what you want by your side. And as to splitting bill, women, let me tell you, when you genuinely know that your man is actually down, don't even call him to say, my husband won't buy gas. You can actually, when a man knows he does not want, and you are telling him about things that he knows he cannot provide, it can easily break him down. Just take care of it. After things say, my husband, gas, they'll finish, but I was able to take care of it. Hey, it's okay, the man will always say, don't worry, I will pay you back. And this might be out of it. Maybe later we might talk about that.
Sure.
Spiritually, you can help your husband. When you make love to your husband, when you know your husband won't come, pray for him. When you won't come, pray for him. Doors will open for him. I do that all the time.
Uzihben. All right. All right. Okay, guys. It was nice having you guys on today's
Thank you very much.
It was like a wonderful.
I will suggest this is just part one of this.
No,
because it's broad. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say because my brother, let me tell you something. Speaking of bills.
So guys,
speaking of bills,
we're going to come back next week, and when we come back next week, we're going to talk on another topic. And remember what we say that this of the opinions of our guests are solely their opinions. It doesn't represent the opinion, and it doesn't actually have to represent your own opinion. Just go down the comment section and tell us: will you split your bills with your man? If a woman, and if a man, will you allow your woman split her bills, that the bills with you, if she has more money than you? Want to listen to your own opinion. But we'll come again next week. It's still your favorite host, Victor B. And bye bye.